All right, everybody. What's up? Hey, how you guys all doing today? We're here. We're here. So we've had a little bit of a dispute this week with Matt, or as I like to call him, as I like to call him, Demonic. And we've been trying to decide what is the
Already
best
starting
condiment.
this out, bro.
I am, dude. We're gonna start this out right up front. There's gonna be no drama aired during the episode today, so we got to get this out of the way right up front. So, what is your opinion? Okay, what's to you is the ideal condiment on a quote unquote bratwurst? Okay,
Bratwurst?
or
Oh man. You
some
mean
sort
the
of
amazing German hot dog, aka a sausage? It's all
yeah.
about the mustard and the
He's
sauerkraut, my
lying. He's
friend.
lying to all of us. He's lying to all of us. You got to
The
have the ketchup.
mustard
You
and
got to
the
have the mayo. You
sauerkraut.
got to have the relish. You got to have the whole deal on there, bro.
How
We can't.
okay, the relish is fine, but how are you going to have a German hot dog, a German sausage without the German ingredients such as sauerkraut? If you're going to eat a German food, you might as well eat it like the Germans
It
do
is literally
with
just pickled
mustard and
cabbage, bro.
sauerkraut.
Literally just pickled cabbage. No one likes that.
Cabbage is great, bro. Even
Why is
by
it always
itself.
sitting in the condiment bar full? Because nobody likes it on that. Whenever you go to the,
Because
you know what? We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this anymore. We got to go live.
we all,
All right.
and if we want to go for it, we all know mustard is the superior condiment.
All right. We'll let you get the last one out. Hello and
Horseradish.
welcome to the Streamers Unite podcast. I'm your host, David Loudon. You are listening to the number one spot to keep up with everything Streamers Unite, video games, stream news, and a chance to get to know us, the people behind the Discord, better. Joining me today, we've got Underdog. Underdog, how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing amazing. Thank
Really?
you.
Just amazing? That's all you're gonna say? You don't have
Hey,
any
I'm,
sort
I'm
of
doing fantastic, Dave. I'm so happy to be here, bro. There you go.
okay. I like it. I like Demonic Gunman, the American hating hot dog eating. He doesn't hate America.
I don't hate
He loves
America.
America. He
Don't hate
loves
America.
America. I should never say that. He loves America. He fought for our freedom. And then we got Lasiriad, who is first brand new on the podcast. How are you doing, Lasiriad?
I'm doing great. First time here. I hope you guys want me back more often.
That's it? You just hope so? Well, you better prove yourself, bud, because like you've got a lot of
Oh, I've got to do the work?
you've got to
Wearing
do a
that
lot of work.
wearing that weird shirt. I don't know if you.
Yeah,
you
he's
want-
got the clowns. He's representing Motley the Clown today.
Sporting
With
Motley the Clown right here.
yeah,
free
he's
advertisement.
just got it from Walmart, straight off the rack from Walmart. Okay,
$5.
$5 at Walmart, and you too can look like a pseudo juggalo. Juggalove.com, everybody. So we also have our producer. I got it focus. We also have our producer Crispy running the show, and as always, we got Mystic Donkey holding down the chat. Speaking of chat, if you have anything to say during the stream, we are watching the chat. So please post us questions, post us what you're thinking during our conversation. We'll either address them at the end, or we will get to them right there and now, because we are all four of us looking at the chat, and we all want to know what you have to say. So go ahead and keep chatting, everybody. And then with that said, I'd like to welcome you to the 6th episode of the Streamers Unite podcast, where we'll be discussing the PlayStation Showcase, Nvidia GeForce's new card, Ubisoft and Prince of Persia's back, Ninja again, and the toxicity with, and we're going to be speaking some toxicity with G1 Summit, and then finally we're going to be talking about Facebook getting a leg up. But first we need to start with the Streamers Unite housekeeping. We still need a jingle. Anybody got a jingle for me?
How about a drum roll? Got a drum roll. Housekeeping.
Yeah, that was
Horrible.
bad. Yeah, that
Just
was bad.
like your team.
Oh, geez. Okay, we're not getting into any more qualms over football, over German foods, nothing. We gotta press forward here. What do you like, the Patriots? Ugh.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Go Pats. You're
Cam
just
Newton
mad
looks
because your
pretty
Seahawks
old.
lost.
Although Tom Brady and Cam Newton both
Seahawks
look pretty
lost.
old.
Are you?
No,
fine?
the Seahawks hella won, dude.
No, I'm talking about during the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, let's just let
Oh
let
my
old
God.
old wounds be old wounds. You know what I mean? We don't need to get in that right now. So we're gonna start. We're gonna
Ew,
start.
football. I'm with Wolf on that one.
Yeah, Ray. Heck yeah.
Everybody down for the Sports Ball podcast? We're starting it off right now. Housekeeping is coming up. So we're going to start housekeeping with Streamer of the Week. Each week, our community selects one streamer to highlight that is deserving of the title Streamer of the Week. You might be saying to yourself, well, I'm a badass streamer. How do I become streamer of the week? The answer is simple. Be active in the community, network, and just be an awesome streamer when people come by your channel. This person is selected by the Discord and is up to each and every one of you to pick the best streamer each week. Feel free to throw up your suggestions in the chat right now. And this week's streamer of the week is Psychedelic Killstreaks YT, or as we all just call him in the community, PK. He is a variety streamer who plays Apex, the Darwin Project, Spellbreak. Saw him with a little bit of Borderlands 3 on there. I also saw him with a little bit of Into the Breach, which is kind of an interesting little game. It looks like a lot of fun. I always wanted to play it, and I'm pretty sure it was given away on Steam the other day. So go check him out. He should be playing a variety of games, so that's pretty cool. And now we would like to highlight this week's streamers who have reached affiliate. These people deserve all the glory for what they have achieved between their hard work and our community support. They have reached their goals of becoming a Twitch affiliate. The streamers this week are Asian Girl G, who has been awesome in the community, very active, great streamer. PK, our streamer of the week, actually reached affiliate this week as well. El Muerto 95, or as we know him in the community as Jose. Short Grizzly, and Immortal. And rounding out the list is the Victoria, who just started her Twitch account and has over 1,000 followers. Just reached affiliate. Y'all, check her out. She's amazing. Yeah, she's amazing. She also has a dank ass YouTube page. So go give her a follow there as well. We have all their Twitch, all their Twitches lined up. So feel free to go in there, throw them a follow, go say hi, send them a private message about socks. I don't know. Just go say hi to them. And I recommend. Wow, that one did not land. So next we're going to talk about the torch holder. As you know, our torch holder program is where we as a community pick one streamer to fast track them to affiliate. And this week we are still okay. We got to talk. We have to talk community because this week I am saying the name Ray Sonoma for the third time. So here's the deal, everyone. We need your help in the community to get him to affiliate. So the next couple days, I want you all to go follow Ray Sonoma right now. And in the next couple days, y'all need to, every time he pops up, go there. Let's get this guy to affiliate so we can get the next person on the torch. It is very important that we do that as a community to support this guy. And all of us mods are usually in there. So if we see you in there and you're trying to become affiliate, we have a very good chance that we will pick you. So please, everyone, come help us out. Let's get Ray affiliated. He plays Warzone Monster Train, which is my new favorite battle card RPG, right? Is that what am I wrong on that? Let's see your head. No? Okay.
No.
Okay. No. Minecraft and other games. We're working to get this homie pushed affiliate, so please get the lurks up on him. And then yeah. So that's going to be on the torch holder. And then last thing on our list for housekeeping, community events. And we actually have community events. Let's go, everybody. little clap for that. We're actually doing our jobs over here.
Event.
Yeah. So the first one I want to talk to you all about is on Saturday at some point. We are going to announce the date here very soon. We are going to be we're going to be playing as mods, and you can join us as well, the game Among Us. This Saturday. So it's going to be more than likely during the day. We're picking a time that's conducive for both US and UK people. And we want you all to be there. We want you all to watch. We'll be up on the Streamers Unite community channel, and we want you all to come play with us. I know I'm probably going to pop in for at least an hour. I know Underdog's excited. Play a little bit of Among Us on Saturday. I'm pretty sure.
Their emotions again.
Oh my gosh, dude! The last time he legitimately got passionate about him not being the killer after we accused him in the last round, and it was a great speech. I literally had tears in my eyes. He literally convinced me to skip him. And then what happened? Everyone else picked him. He got the boot. He was the killer. It happens. Great though.
I was the killer. I was the killer all along, even though I had tears in my eyes and screaming.
I'll join in Saturday. Don't you worry, Dave. I'll come
Heck
for you.
yeah.
Yeah, I just got the game. I love it.
Yeah, so we're all pretty hyped on that game right now, so we're really excited to play it. We want to play with you guys, so please come and join us on Saturday for Among Us. That is actually was due to all the points you guys donated during the stream for that. So, and then also we've got a giveaway going on right now. welcome to our first giveaway for our stream, where we're actually giving back to the community. So if you don't have Among Us, just type !ticket right now in the stream, and you have a chance to win a $25 gift card to anything you like, including, say, Steam, where you can buy Among Us and play with us on Saturday. So right now, !ticket. See, Melon just did it. Let's go, everybody. So I'm going to keep reminding you guys throughout the stream to do that. We're going to do it towards the end of the stream, so that we can give that away, 1 entry per person. So don't go spamming ticket. And then yes, so we're gonna start out today again with another clip. So it's a clips of the community. So let's get that going, Crispy.
Oh my god!
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on to the other side, my love.
You gotta go, Dan. You gotta fucking go. You gotta get out of here, Dan. You gotta go.
All right, we're back, everybody. Those are some dank ass clips. That was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed that clip quite a bit. Thank you so much, Crispy, for putting that together. You do a lot for the community, and that is freaking awesome, man. So with that clip video said, I'd like to do a little bit of an ad read, because we got to practice for when we're actually a sponsored broadcast. We can't. Every podcast got to get sponsored at some point. So I figure, hell, let's just start practicing sponsors right now. And today's sponsor is Streamers Unite, the Discord. Today's episode of the Streamers Unite podcast is brought to you by the Streamers Unite Discord. Are you sick and tired of the same old follow for follow Discord? Do you want a place where you can network and actually gain real views in your Twitch or YouTube channel? If you're saying yes to all of this, then come join the Streamers Unite Discord server. We offer not only a place to network, but we also have services like design commissions and tech support. Take advantage of those people. We are a great place to help you reach your goal as a new streamer, or meet new people to help you grow your channel with you to help you reach affiliate. Click the link in chat and join up today. All right, everyone. So you all ready for some topics? We gotta get some fire going on this.
All right, let's go.
Let's get it going. So our first topic today, come on, let's go. Our first topic today is going to be the PlayStation Plus showcase that's coming up tomorrow. I personally want to do a live stream tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to happen. If we do end up doing it, we will run it during the showcase tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific. And if I do it, it's going to be on the Streamers Unite stream. So look out for that. If we're live during the live stream tomorrow, then I will be watching that and live reacting with probably a few of the other mods. So we're pulling this article straight from the PlayStation blog. It's one of my favorite podcasters, Sid Schumer. If you guys haven't listened to the PlayStation, what is it? It's just the PlayStation podcast, like their blog, basically their blog podcast. Go listen to that. It's got all the news from PlayStation. It's a great one. Sid Schumer's in it, and he's a pretty cool guy to listen to. Before PlayStation 5 launches this holiday, we wanted to give you one more look at some of the greatest games coming to PS5 at launch. Our next digital showcase will weigh in around 40 minutes and feature updates on the latest titles from worldwide studios and our world-class development partners. Tune in live to Twitch or YouTube this Wednesday, September 16th at 1 p.m. Pacific. And 10 p.m. Central. Is that right? That's not right. They have the times backwards in this. It's good, but it's going to be 1 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. British Standard Time, to see what's next for the PS5. So I'm going to start out with the way that we're going to go through this topic is I'm going to throw out some of my wild speculations that we're going to see, and we're just going to go over them. So one of the things that I expect to see out of this showcase is, the big one. There's only one thing everyone's looking for right now, and that is the pricing and pre-order date and launch date for the PS5. So what do y'all think? We'll start with Underdog on this one. What are you thinking that the price, the launch date, and the pre-order date is going to be? Go ahead.
So, I'm pretty sure I think PS5 is a little intimidated by how low Xbox that price actually is. They were probably like, when Xbox dropped their price, they were probably like, emergency meeting, and click that button.
The $299 Xbox.
Yeah, they were probably like
Series S, man.
They literally went to that emergency meeting button and pressed it.
I'm sure they did.
And they were just like, holy crap, $299, $399 for the next generation consoles. They were like, we got to come up with a game plan, because if they drop their consoles and it's like $200, $300 more, yeah, that's
What do you
not
think
going
the
to be
price
good.
is going to be for the disc version?
For the
We're
disc
assuming it's
version,
probably going to be about $100 less for the discless version.
it's gonna be $100 less for the discless version, in my opinion. But the disc version probably $100 more. I'm gonna think that the PlayStation 5 is gonna be, I'd say, at least around the same price, if not more. I don't think PlayStation's gonna go any less than $299 for their new console. I really don't think that they're gonna go any lower than $299. I don't think they're gonna try to undercut Xbox. If anything, it's either gonna be the same or more. That's just my opinion on it.
So you're thinking they're going to have the $299 for the discless and the $399 for the disc version?
It's either going to be the same, or they might bump it up a little bit more. But I'm pretty sure that they were probably a little like blown away by how low Xbox, or they might have not been, But I think that they were a little bit like caught off guard, like, holy crap, dude, $299 for the next generation consoles. They're probably
I personally don't think that they even really care about the Xbox price, because PlayStation has so many loyal fans, such as myself, that even if I tell you right now, even if they sold the PlayStation 5, I myself will still buy it for like $700, $800. I don't care. It doesn't have to be $500. It doesn't have to match the Xbox. Just because Xbox is cheaper, I'm still not going to go to that inferior console. But other than that, it's just it doesn't. I don't think they really cared too much about the price. Yeah, they might have been taken off guard, but I still think they're like, okay, whatever. We still have our millions of loyal fans that will still buy our console no matter the price.
I can already tell you, I'm going to buy it.
Obviously, it's not going to be like $1,000. They're not going to make some outrageous price like that, because once you get to that point, you can just buy a PC. But it's like, other than that, I think it will be no more than $600. No more.
I don't think it's going to pass $499. I think $499 is going to be the top that they'll put it. Like, if they go higher than that,
see,
it's going to cut out. If they don't, I understand that you will buy it, but if you put it above $499, you're going to exclude a lot of people that are just going to be like, at that price point, I'm just going to go with the other.
Yeah,
with the other competitor.
Even if they
go higher than Xbox,
even if they don't, I know personally that I don't know them personally, but I know personally they're trying to make a profit off of it. So if they don't sell it for $500, obviously they made the console $450, $500, and they have to make a profit off of it.
Just so you know, too, Demonic, that PlayStation and Xbox both have a history of, and Nintendo for that matter, all have histories of eating on the price points. They do not necessarily launch their consoles for a profit. They want to sell you games. They want to sell you controllers. They want to sell you cameras. Those they're making profit on. But the console itself, they really make very little, if lose money on each unit they put out when they first put it out. So that is absolutely a thing.
Exactly what Omega said in chat. The PS3 is a big example of that.
Oh yeah.
They sold. You remember how Blu-ray was still kind of like not in everybody's home
Oh,
back
yeah.
when PS3 dropped. When the PS3 dropped, Blu-ray, you had a Blu-ray player, you were like the crap. You were like, oh wow, you got Blu-ray. So when they were selling their PS3s for $600 with Blu-ray in it, that was a massive loss because Blu-ray was not in everybody's home, but PS3 mass was like, okay, now everybody's gonna have a Blu-ray if you have a PS3. So they were selling their consoles at a big loss because that Blu-ray was not cheap. To have
Oh,
a
yeah.
Blu-ray,
Like,
to have a Blu-ray
The
player
Blu-ray
was
players. The
At
Blu-ray
one point,
players at the time that came
like
out
$700.
were $800, $900, $1,000 still.
It was
I
the
remember.
cheapest Blu-ray player option at the time when it launched, if I remember correctly. And they still sold that. I think they made a huge mistake there with that launch. So they sold it for $499 for the upper end of that had the actual hard drive that was worth using, and they took a lot of flack for that. I think that's out the gate how Xbox 360 got the advantage during that console war, is that they came out first and they came out with a lower price point. But eventually the whole Blu-ray technology caught on, and PlayStation 3 eventually caught up. But PlayStation 3 made a lot of missteps that Sony has learned from with the PlayStation 4, such as development for the PS3 was far harder. They used a core processor at the time, which was also a very advanced technology. So that made game development a lot harder, as where Xbox 360 just basically had a computer, just a high-end computer as an Xbox. So it's good to see that PlayStation has learned from that and has made their consoles easier to develop on. And that's why I think they're not going to go to like $600 with this, just because of that history of PS3. I think they're afraid of making that move, of going above the price of Xbox, because they want to come out of the gate strong. They want to come out of the gate hitting it hard, and they want to come out of the gate just like, we are PlayStation, let's go.
Yeah, I don't blame them. More than likely they will, because that's what people are looking for. That's what they suspect, and they're probably going to go towards that. So this is
go ahead.
This is like a massive console race. Like I don't think, honestly, even with the Xbox One and the PS4, I don't think it was this big into the whole console thing like this PlayStation 5 is, and the Xbox like One S and all that. So
the funny thing, I'm glad you brought that up. Because the funny thing about that is that people did not expect the sales out of Xbox One and PS4, because people were literally sitting there going, consoles are dying. Consoles are going to die. This is the last generation of consoles. You're not going to see a PS5. You're not going to see the next Xbox. This is going to peter out and not be a thing. And there's not been not one mention during either of these that consoles are going anywhere. I think consoles are here to stay. I think that these manufacturers have figured that out now, and I think people are going to be hungry for them. They're going to be hungry for both of them. And I don't think it's going to be a matter of, I didn't get my PlayStation, I guess I'll just go buy an Xbox. It's going to be like, I'm waiting for my PlayStation. I'm waiting for my Xbox. They're building up their fan bases who are rabid for both. You know what I mean?
Like, console is never going to die just for the fact of, because people can't, not everyone can afford to put $1,000 into a computer just to game. And if you want to stream in game, you got to put at least $1,500 into it.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
So this console is a cheaper version of it.
I mean,
personally,
wait, go ahead, Lucian.
I'm at the point where it's like, which one am I getting first? I will end up with both, probably over the course of about 2 years. I'll buy one, and then I'll buy the next one. But what are you doing?
Pinkies in the air. I can just get both my consoles.
Well, I mean, I can't get both of them at the same time. Like, I'll buy one, and then probably a year or two later, I will buy the second one. It's just a matter of which one do I go with.
Do you think you're better than me? You know what I mean?
Hey,
no.
You know what? I'll send you a bottle of scotch, Luceriad, so you can
so
cancer.
So what I gotta think about this is, you gotta think of there's obviously not gonna be people that have the money for that. I wasn't even able to afford my PC until I got my full-time job and I started living on my own. And I always just had a PS4 or a PS3. So there's that household that's like, okay, we don't even have the money because we're working check to check. But come around Christmas time, they'll throw the family will go out and buy a PS4. They're not going to go out and buy a whole PC because it's just not convenient for them. as well as not everybody is going to drop $1,000 on a PC. Plus PS5 or consoles have always been user friendly. You turn it on, you can watch Netflix on it. You turn it on, you can play, you can have your kids play something together because it's two
Until it red rings
controllers.
to death.
Until it red rings to death, of course.
Jeez.
But
Gonna be a
consoles have
red
always
line to death.
been consoles has always been very user friendly. It's like iPhone. People like to buy that's why iPhone is very user friendly because my 80-year-old grandma can work her iPhone. But then again, that's just the user friendliness of consoles will always keep consoles running. Because like I said, until I had to do a lot of research in order to build my PC. I did a ton of research because I didn't want to mess anything up because it's very easy to mess things up while building a PC. You could short circuit your PC, you could break apart. You have to be very delicate with them. So not everybody is going to be like, I'm going to take the next couple of weeks to read up on how to build a PC, watch videos, and then spend a whole day doing it myself. It's just not convenient for them. Now that you have dedicated people who want to, or you can go buy a pre-built. But like I said, I can't, if I had 2 kids and I wanted to go in the other room and relax, and I could throw my kids 2 controllers and they can go ahead and play for hours and hours, that's perfect. You can't do that on a PC. So it's so much convenient to get a PS5 and a PS4 plus the price range. Yes, you can build a PC for $300, but then again, it's like why not just go out? Why not just go out and buy a PS5, or or an Xbox? As simple as that. That's why consoles will never ever die.
Do you guys think, just a quick question I'm going to throw out there, do you guys think that they're going to be able to reach that $390 or $299 price point with the discless version, or do you think they're just going to shoot for that $399 price point with that, as opposed to going down that low? Because the Xbox, obviously there's a difference between the 2 tiers of like the PlayStation disc and discless. They're the same machine, it's just missing a disc. The Xbox is actually a different unit with different processing. We were wrong on the last episode, by the way, about that. It does run upscaled 4K, so it can do 4K.
Yeah, it will do 4K
it does.
60 FPS.
It does, but it's upscaled, so it's not as high as quality, but it'll still do it. It might be lacking in some of the ray tracing stuff, but it still has the SSD and everything like that. So, do you guys think that they're going to try and match that price, or do you think they're just gonna say
no.
screw it?
No, they're gonna save the price. $399 for sure. It is literally the same as the original PlayStation 5, just with no disc drive. You are taking so much away from that smaller Xbox than buying the, I guess, greater Xbox, you can say, however great than Xbox can get. But other than that, I think it's going to be the same.
Your bias is very apparent.
I'm very biased. I still own the PlayStation 1. It's in my closet. So.
I think this year's consoles are going to be a little bit more specs based, because previous consoles have always been the same. Really, when you open, they all run like PS4 and Xbox One have always ran at 60 frames per second, 1080p. There's no difference in them. The only difference is maybe in PS4 that you haven't cleaned in 5 years might sound like a jet engine because it's built up in dust and you haven't updated it up. You haven't opened it up, and so I'd say this year is going to be a little bit more specs based, because I have looked at both the specs of the Xbox and both the specs of the specs of the PS5, and I doubt that some people are gonna, because it's general that you buy the console that your friends play. Usually what goes down, all of our friends are gonna buy the PS5. Well, I'm gonna buy a PS5 because I want to play with my friends. Yeah, but absolutely. there will be people that look deeply into the specs this year because they are different this year. They're not the same. It's not going to run just straight up 60 FPS 1080p anymore. It's going to run low 4K 60 FPS. It's going to have SSDs in them. It's going to be a little bit different. That's why I said I might buy both just to kind of see, see what's going on with both of them.
So Omega Nation is thinking it's only going to be a $50 price difference. Is that something that you think, or do you think it's going to be the full $100 to compete with Xbox?
I could see it. Honestly, I could see it going anywhere, but the $50, I could see that. I'm not gonna lie. I could be honestly. We don't know. I really don't know. Honestly, they could drop it and they could be like, oh yeah, it's gonna be X amount of dollars, and you could be like, what the fuck,
Yeah, they can shock us all and only do it for $300, which will be a complete shock.
That would be a huge shock.
Yeah, they could really just blow us out the water with this. We don't know.
So let's move on from talking price and stuff. Let's move on to do you think that PlayStation is going to try to compete with Xbox on the level of so Xbox has their Xbox Games Pass that's mixed with their Xbox Gold. Do you think that PlayStation is going to try and mix PlayStation Now with their PlayStation Plus service and make them all one package going forward? Do you think that's something that they're going to look into announcing here, or trying to compete with Xbox on that level? Let's start with Lasiriad.
Honestly, I can see them doing it just to be competitive, but honestly, so many services now. It's not just Xbox and PlayStation. Like even the Epic Game Store is starting to do like, hey, here's free games. Like it seems to be the new norm. So I would be surprised if they didn't do it.
Mystic Donkey is saying that's the rumor right now going around, is that they are going to do that. There is a heavy rumor. You have anything to say about that, Demonic?
Personally,
services,
I think it should be an option. If you want to bundle it, it should be an option, but you shouldn't have to, in my opinion. I don't need PS Now. I never use it. When will I ever use it if I don't use it now? I barely get free games off the PlayStation Store as it is, because most of the free games I already have, or if I don't have it, I don't want to play it. So I
download those games regardless. I always just snag them because I never know when I'm going to have that hankering to like, or my friend's going to be like, oh, you want to play this? Oh, this or that. Like a great example for me is Dead by Daylight. I downloaded that a year and a half before I even loaded it on my hard drive, and it's one of my favorite games right now. Like you just never know, man. You just never know. So I try and take advantage of those programs.
Dead by Daylight, I never was into it because never had friends to play it with until I got into this Discord. But other than that, I still bit the bullet, and it was on sale for what, like $20, and still spent $60. Yeah, I still spent $60 with all the DLCs and everything.
Yep, but that game would definitely benefit from being a free to play, but that's a whole other topic.
So I'd
still rather just bite the bullet. I like buying disc. So even with the free games, I'd still rather have the disc than digital version.
See, that's where me and Demonic kind of because I don't like buying disc anymore. I like just downloading it straight from, which can be kind of risky, because if you ever have a hard drive failure, poof.
Well, I have an external hard drive also.
Yeah, you can go and re-download it, but that's a pain in the ass. And so, but I bought PS3 because it was free. I didn't want to buy an Xbox I bought a PS3 because the online was free. Because back then on Xbox 360, you needed Xbox Gold or whatever it was called in order to play online. And so when my parents were like, well, do you want a PS3 or do you want an Xbox? I'm like, I like a PS3 because I would never have to pay $60 a year in order to pay for it online. I could just go and make my own online account and play. So now I know they're never going to do that again, because now, people are going to always buy PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
It will never go back to what PS3 was like, whenever they're just like, hey, everybody has free online now. It will never go back to that. But I would like to see them bundle in some way, just because we're in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of people are still in money issues. A lot of people still have issues with money. And it'd be nice to see them throw in something like a bundle where
give you 200 plus games right up front.
Exactly. Like here's a couple of games, not even like 200 plus games. Here's a good, nice collection of games that you can play if you buy our PlayStation Plus. Just because everybody, I can see them. If they were smart, they'd be like, okay, a lot of people are still having money issues because a lot of people still need to try to go back to work. A lot of people are living off unemployment, stuff like that. So if I was PS5, I'd be like, I'm going to bundle all these games. And as long as they buy PS Plus, bam, we'll give them a crap ton of games, just to kind of be like an incentive, just to get people to buy more PlayStation Plus.
And honestly, guys, with PlayStation Plus and probably Xbox Gold, if you catch it right every single year, you can usually pay like $35 to $40 for an entire year's membership. You just got to catch it just right. So like what I do now is whenever I think the one I get is around, I think mine's up in April, because like every April they do some sort of sale to get people on board, because that's when their sales are low. So like if you get on that cycle with those programs, you can generally get it for hella cheap. Like don't ever pay the like $9.99 a month or something like that. Don't ever pay that. Bite the bullet. Buy it when it's cheap for the whole year. Yeah, you see, Biff paid $40 for it too, and then you'll be set. Like,
I do
just
the
make sure you
same
look out for
thing.
that sale. Just watch for
Right.
the sale the first time you bite the bullet, and then they annually do those sales every year. That's just how companies work. So you should be able, by the time it rolls out, it's going to be probably the same price around the same time. So, and then one last thing I want to touch on with this is launch lineup. Is there any games that you're excited to play on the PlayStation launch lineup? Anything you think they're going to announce? Go ahead, Demonic.
Honestly, it's the games that are going to come out on PS4, such as Call of Duty. I'm not a big Marvel fan, and people are going to hate me for this. It's not that I'm a DC fan or anything. I don't like those superhero games, movies. Not a big fan of them. There is one other game that we'll talk about. Yeah, I know. I always do. But
So you're not looking forward to Miles Morales then, as far as
No.
Spider-Man? Okay.
No. But what I am looking for is just like Call of Duty. Going to get it on PS5 also. Prince of Persia, what we're going to talk about here soon. I'm going to get that. It's a classic game right there. Other than that, that's really only the first two games I'm going to get. I would get Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but I got it for free when I purchased my PC. When I built my PC, when I got the Ryzen 9. So
there you go.
So other than that, that's it.
Syria, are you looking forward to anything? Any speculations on what's coming out?
Honestly, I had nothing that PS5 specific, but I still do not have the Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm actually probably gonna wait and get that on either the PS5 or Steam. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Okay.
Halo for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Halo. I'm gonna get
on the
Xbox.
PS5.
Can't wait to play Halo on
Right
my
now,
PS5.
Xbox Games Pass is releasing on the PS5.
Yeah. I'm super excited for Ratchet and Clank. Very, very excited.
Yeah, let's go.
I loved it playing that game. So I'm super excited to bring it back with, on the beautiful looking graphics. Everything's going to look great. So I'm super excited to see Ratchet and Clank, but I'm also very excited they see Spider-Man. I'm on kind of the same boat with Demonic. I don't really watch or I don't really play many superhero games. I do watch superhero movies, both Marvel and DC. I both love I both love Marvel and DC superhero movies, but I don't play just superhero games in general. But the Spider-Man game, I did play that back on PS4. Had an amazing time playing that, and so I'm excited for the Miles Morales Spider-Man game. Very excited for that one. I don't play PS4 anymore, mainly because I just play PC a lot. But I'm gonna get back into it. I'm probably gonna buy an Elgato just for it, just so I can stream on PS5. And so I'm super excited to play Ratchet & Clank and Spider-Man. Those are my two probably most exciting games to play. I've been ready to hand them all. So bye, Biff.
I'm gonna throw some titles out there. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I definitely agree with him on the Ratchet and Clank. I forgot about that. Classic right there.
There's a couple key games we're also forgetting about. There's Demon Souls from Blue Point apparently coming out. Who's the people who remade? Yeah, dude. They're doing the remake on that, and that is actually supposed to have a lot of hype. Blue Point's doing it, who also did, I can't think of the name of the Shadow of the Colossus remake. They're known for just going all out on remakes. There is Final Fantasy VII Part 2 is rumored to be announced soon, which should be a pretty exciting title. There is Cyberpunk, which y'all are forgetting about. Is anybody excited for Cyberpunk?
Oh, Cyberpunk! Yes, I am excited to play. I love futuristic games like that. That looks so pretty, especially with the new graphics with Cyberpunk and the PS5. It's probably going to look beautiful. I'm going to really enjoy looking at it.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now, and everyone can hate me for it.
We already hate you, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, it's true. From the sauerkraut and the mustard to not liking Mario games, they're like, take Demonic Gunman off the podcast.
Yeah, he's gone next week. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, I'm booted. But other than that, I think Cyberpunk, it's being overhyped. Look at Death Stranding, how with Norman Reedus, how much it was hyped up and everything.
Two different,
I know,
completely
but
different
look,
games.
look how much it's hyped up and how much of a disappointment it was to the players who bought it. It's
But
it's
Look,
being
we
so
know
hyped
exactly
up
what
because
Cyberpunk
of
is going to be.
yeah.
this is
Well,
exactly why I never pre-order anymore.
yeah, it's like
You
Oh yeah, I don't
it's
pre-order
it's
anymore
being
either.
this hyped up just because of what's his John Wick dude is on. I forgot his freaking name. I'm horrible with names. Sorry.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. There you go. But it's like it's being hyped up because he's on there. It's a celebrity everyone knows. A
They haven't
badass
mentioned
movie.
him
Sorry.
in any of the. They haven't mentioned him in any of the marketing in the last 6 months.
It's very
Not
true.
once.
It's very true.
But it still shows him.
I mean,
It's,
like,
I mean,
sort
yeah.
of.
I'm not gonna go ahead and say that the game is gonna be absolute trash. I can't say that because it's not even out yet. But I don't think that. I think people are buying way too much in the hype, and I think you should wait a little bit and see actually how the game is before making those decisions.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be hype. Witcher 3 is still selling like hotcakes, and it has been out for almost 5 years, and they're still selling copies of that. They've got
Well,
free DLC lined up. They've got everyone who's played it so far, like the sneak peeks and everything, has said like, "Hey, this game is definitely worth checking out." So, me personally, I'm pretty hyped, and I don't know if I can say this or not. I'll say this is politically correct or not. You can actually make their privates in the game. They have little, it's that customizable. You can, your little PPs and
what?
little JJs. You can hit those sliders. We're gonna move on from that though.
no, like Witcher
Wait, what?
3
Really?
is
Yeah, really.
Witcher 3 isn't bad. I love Witcher 3, but you're talking to a person who likes Elder Scrolls Online and likes MMO RPGs and RPGs in general. So I'm not gonna bash on Witcher 3.
Video games are selective. I mean, you like what you want, you don't like what you want.
All right, guys, we got to move on from this topic. Speaking of speaking of big packages, GeForce is introducing a new graphics card. We're going to be talking about the GeForce RTX 3080. This is actually just coming. This has no author. It's coming straight out their website. This is going to be very spec heavy, so bear with me. We're going to go through some of this, and then we're going to start talking about graphics. We could probably continue our cyberpunk conversation during this. Powered by Ampere, NVIDIA's second-generation RTX architecture, GeForce RTX 30 series graphics card features a faster second-generation ray tracing cores, faster third-gen tensor cores, and new streaming microprocessors that together bring stunning visuals, faster frame rates, and AI acceleration for games and creators. Once again, this is by NVIDIA, so it's going to be almost like an app. The GeForce RTX 30 series GPU also features several world's first. They're the first gaming class graphics cards with up to 24 gigabytes of new blazing fast, that is editorializing, GDDR6X VRAM. They're the first GPU with the HDMI 2.1 for 4K and 8K high refresh gaming. They're first Deceit GPUs with support for the AV1 codec, enabling you to watch high-resolution streams using significantly less bandwidth. And our Founders Edition cards are the first with the innovative dual axle flow through which cooling solution. So they're like actually liquid cooled, which is pretty amazing. For cores, GeForce RTX 30 series GPU comes packaged with the new technologies for esports competitors, live streamers, creators, and gamers alike. NVIDIA Reflex reduces the system's latency, providing split-second PC gaming responsiveness. NVIDIA Broadcast turns any room into a home podcast studio with AI-enhanced video. Voice comms updated to NVIDIA DLSS makes 8K HDR gaming a reality. And the GeForce RTX 3090 graphics card, the new NVIDIA Studio enhancements, makes creative applications run faster than ever. For the complete rundown on the world's most powerful gaming graphics cards, keep on reading and be sure to check out the full GeForce RTX 30 series video presentation from NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang. So Any thoughts? Okay, Underdog, you seemed very hyped on this, so let's start with you.
Well, I'm hyped but depressed because
Okay.
I bought a 2070 Super like 4 months ago. So rip my big boy inside my PC right now because I'm gonna tear that boy out once these new 370s, 370, 380, and 390 come out. Actually, I plan on just building a whole new PC.
Are you gonna get the 390, or are you gonna?
I'm gonna
The
get the 380.
390's
I'm gonna get the
starting
380.
price on that is 1399 in
Yeah,
euros.
the
That's probably gonna be
390
like
is
14.
extremely expensive. It's a little bit too expensive for me unless I drop my entire tax return on it, but I don't plan on doing all that.
It's
Um,
1,500 in American
You're gonna be like,
dollars.
Mark, can I spend my tax return?
Yeah,
on
can I
the
spend my
390?
entire tax return on a 3090?
We don't need to pay rent, do we, Mark?
Like, I feel so bad.
We can eat ramen for 3 or 4 months, right?
Yeah, we can just eat ramen for 3 or more months. But I feel so bad for the 2080 Ti people. Oh my God! Because a lot of people built their PC over this pandemic because they had nothing else to do. So, because I even bought a PC for my friend over the pandemic, and we barely had any parts to spare with because there were so many people tearing up the shelves. There were very little. I couldn't even find a CPU fan. Like I had to get some like janky CPU fan because there was just not enough parts. So a lot of people built PCs over this pandemic, and so I feel so bad for the people that dropped $1,200 for a 2080 Ti to basically beta test the 3070 that comes out for $500. They basically beta test.
Is that gonna be on the same level? Are they basically the same card?
No, the 3070 outperforms a 2080 Ti. Or I think it's a 3080 that outperforms, but the 3070 does the same amount.
No,
3070.
The 3080 outperforms the 2080 Super, and then the 3070 outperforms the 2080 Ti. So
it's the other way around. 3070 outperforms the 2080 Super, but the 3070 outperforms the 2080 Super, but the 3080 outperforms the 2080 Ti.
Okay.
So basically, the people if you bought a 2080 Ti, you basically just beta test Nvidia's graphics cards for you.
Yeah.
I do apologize, and I feel your pain because I bought a 2070 Super for like $500, and when I could have waited like 4 or 5 more months and bought a 3070. But I actually do plan on just building a dedicated gaming and a dedicated streaming build. And so I'm actually very excited for these graphics cards. I'm super excited for these graphics cards. By the way, I love that all these people before these were announced were making jokes about, oh look, console's finally catching up to PC. Oh look, console's finally catching up to PC. And then Nvidia just says, no.
Nope.
They were just like, no.
Even
No.
even PK says 3070 outperforms the 2080 Ti. That's what I thought I read too.
Wow, I feel so bad for the 2080 Ti people, dude.
So with Syria, do you have any comments on this? You're kind of the tech, the specs end of this.
So I'm still running a 1060 over here. A little bit behind, guys.
Fair enough.
I'm not as fancy as Underdog. So the one thing I want to comment on is the AV1 decoder. The codec decoder you mentioned.
Okay.
So I heard Nvidia is working with Twitch to start getting Twitch to start streaming AV1. The problem I've heard, and
you mean 8K resolution, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
But this current gen doesn't have an encoder on it. So you won't be able to upload your channel stream to Twitch. People can pull down the AV1 and watch it, but you can't upload it. So I'm thinking about waiting one more generation to get that encoder on it.
That's I could feel that. Yeah. Any more comments on the whole graphics card situation? Anything else that excites y'all about that? I'm honestly, to to be real, I'm not a graphics card guy. Like I think I have a 2060 GeForce in mine right now, but
You
other
know,
than that, I don't know. I don't know.
So
Back from
I'm
forwards on
freaking
this.
excited. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm excited about
All right.
this. I bought a cheaper graphics card in the beginning because I knew something like this would come out eventually.
Okay.
I'm running the 1060 Super OC version, but every other part, well, every part other than that graphics card is built for a graphics card like the 3080. I have the Ryzen 9. I use the Asus 570X gaming motherboard. I'm freaking ready for this 3080 to
Loaded.
come out, and
Perfect.
I'm going to buy it. It's cheaper than the 2080, and I'm ready. It's
All right.
Same
I'm
here,
already
bro.
I'm already saving up
So-
for it. So
That's perfect.
So
Same
Sid was saying that I should explain the encoder a little more
Okay.
in chat. So a decoder, which is what I've heard it is the only thing it comes with, is able to read the video file coming down. An encoder is what we as streamers would be using to upload our videos to Twitch. And since I've heard it does not have the encoder on there yet, that's why I'm waiting for the next gen. Since is that a good enough?
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough.
see. Yeah, I know that some people are going to be waiting a little bit more because they're looking into it and they're seeing, like Lasiriad, Lasiriad's very, very smart with these graphics cards and stuff like that. So, he sees, there's a little tiny flags here and there that probably show, okay, I'm going to wait for the next generation, especially if I'm a streamer, because because of that, whatchamacallit that you're saying. I'm sorry at all. I'm not very good with
the
all
encoder.
that.
So
The
since it's
encoder,
still
yeah.
a little like asking you, no, you'll be able to stream with the graphics card. You just won't be able to do the AV1 coding.
Yeah.
8K. You won't be able to do 8K basically
Yeah.
with this
But
card
I
just
can- I
because
can
it's
tell
not
you-
able to.
I can tell you right now, no one is rich enough to even stream in 8K. Like if you stream in 8K, you're limiting your audience like to so few. Like there's no point. It's like streaming in 4K. You don't really need to stream in 4K.
No.
Stick with 1080p right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no reason.
So-
Phones. Most people are watching
Like-
on their phone and they're not going to be able to
Their phone will not
tell
be able
even
to-
tell a
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Even when I buy the 3080, yes, it's compatible for streaming 60 FPS and 4K. But guess what? I'm still doing 1080. Still doing that. There's no point. So
And
Yeah.
also, I just want to remind everyone real quick. Make sure you type ! ticket into the stream for a giveaway of $25 of your choice. So we're just kind of throwing that out there real quick. Sorry, guys. We'll get back to it.
The graphics cards, I'm definitely going to build one. I plan on buying. I have an Intel PC right now because I do my streaming and my gaming on it. But I'm going to be building this next one. I'm going straight Ryzen I'm going to put the 3080 in it, and it's going to be dedicated for just gaming. I'm going to have a dedicated gaming PC build, and then I'll have one that runs my streaming. That way, because actually Metabone, who is also an awesome streamer as well, he was telling me he has two PCs because he doesn't like how his PC fights over, when he's gaming and he's streaming, they fight over a lot for a
GPU,
lot.
yeah.
GPU, CPU usage, all that
Yep.
stuff. So he's like,
Yep.
I built two just so that way I have one dedicated for gaming, one dedicated for streaming. That way they're not inside the PC fighting over everything.
That's why I stream most of my games on PS4 right now, to be honest.
Yeah,
just because I
that's-
get a much smoother stream, like a lot smoother stream that way.
And also,
ahead.
Omega had a question about the size of the graphics cards. Yes, they are pretty big, but if you have a full size ATX case, it will fit. I promise.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's move on from this topic. It's getting pretty specky, so let's move forward. Spec-ish. So we're gonna move forward to Ubisoft remakes Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. This is by Ben Reeves at Game Informer. First off, let's start off with this. Preface it with this: that the Ubisoft Forward event was this week, and there was a lot of Ubisoft news thrown out there. We thought this was probably the most interesting one out of all of it because I think This is all a game. I played this game a ton. I know Demonic's obviously excited for it. Lasiriad has a smile like he's 14 again in his mom's basement playing this game. So I thought it'd be a lot of fun to to go back and like just talk about Sands of Time. So Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is a legendary action adventure game that made a big splash back in 2003. Their series even served as a predecessor to the Assassin's Creed series. If you missed the classic adventure on the first time around, you'll be able to experience with a fresh eyes early next year. During the Ubisoft's recent digital press conference, the publisher announced a return to this timeless classic with a remake that refreshes Sands of Time's visuals while remaining faithful to its action puzzle-like platforming. While the gameplay remains largely the same, the studio says that the camera, controls, and combat have been refined to match today's standards. So hopefully the camera will be less finicky. Finally, much like the original game, this remake includes the original Prince of Persia PC game that originally released in 1989. Ubisoft Prune and Ubisoft Mumbai are handling this remake, which is Ubisoft's first full-scale remake. Ubisoft heard loud and clear the desire for players to be replaying their favorite games, says Ubisoft Prune's game director Perry Sylvia Guerres. The first remake was made to play on the nostalgia for the old players, but we wanted to also to adapt the game for new players who didn't have the chance to play the original Sands of Time. So alongside the graphical upgrades and sound upgrades, we are also recording new motion captures and cinematics. This remake of the Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is set to release January 21st for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and will cost $39.99. Ubisoft doesn't plan to release specific versions for the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, but the game will be playable on those consoles via backwards compatibility mode. So, first thing I'd like to preface this with is who played the Tony Hawk remake and how amazing was that? Like if anybody, I've been playing the crap out of the Tony Hawk remake, and that is a perfect example of what they need to do to this game to make it awesome. The Tony Hawk remake was not like a shot-for-shot remake of the original game by any means, but it was an update, and they made the controls tight. They basically took the controls from Tony Hawk 4, which a lot of people thought was kind of the pinnacle of the series. They took the controls from that, put it into the first two games, and they just made everything awesome. So if they do even half of what they did with Tony Hawk for what they're doing with Prince of Persia, I think I'm going to be extremely happy with what's coming out. But anyways, let's just start with Underdog. What do you got to say about this?
Well, I really don't have much to say. One, never been a really big fan of a Ubisoft game, really, besides Rainbow Six Siege, because I like FPS games. So I've really never ever played any Assassin's Creed. I've never ever played Prince of Persia back whenever it was first made. Never played any of those types of games, mainly except for Rainbow Six Siege. My dad played the crap out of Assassin's Creed. He played like every single one, and he looked like he enjoyed it a lot. So I really feel like fans who had played Prince of Persia or are fans of Ubisoft in general are going to enjoy this game because it brings back a lot of, especially if they do really good on the especially if they do really good on remaking it, because I know there's been some remakes that have flopped, and there've been some remakes that have done really well. And so if they do really well in this remake, I feel like they're going to make a lot of the older fans happy, but I feel like a lot of the people that are going to play this for the first time are going to be super happy as well with how they do this. Because I guarantee you, this will catch the eye of people who have never played the old Prince of Persia, and they will be extremely excited and extremely happy that they played this one. And so me personally, I'm not gonna probably pick this up. And me personally, I've never played Assassin's Creed or any other Ubisoft game besides Rainbow Six Siege. So it will be interesting to see. I will be reading up on the reviews and see how it did. But we'll be probably watching a couple videos on how they reviewed it, and we'll see how it does when it comes out.
Lasiriad?
Just say the good old days.
Yeah, right.
I really hope they don't mess this up. I will be a very, very angry person that day, the release day, if they mess this one up.
Well, they're saying in the chat, games like everyone remember Assassin's Creed Unity or Watch Dogs when they originally launched, and just how plagued they were with Do you think
Yeah,
that they're going to
yeah.
have those same issues?
I don't know. That's one of my concerns. I might just have to go back and play the original. Just put
Me
this one out
personally,
of my mind for now.
I'm
Go
I'm
play the
personally
original.
excited for the combat update because honestly, I think the combat was one of the weakest parts of the original. Like the traversal was great, the controls were pretty tight, but I remember the combat was just kind of meh. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited for the
Yeah.
update on the combat as well. But
Like people have said, let's hope it's not plagued with issues.
yeah,
But
demonic.
even, all right, y'all already know I'm freaking excited about this game. I will pre-order it and I'll play the 1989 edition too. That's going to be great. Other than that, heck, yeah, it might be plagued with problems and all that. A lot of games are plagued with problems in the beginning. It's patience. Look at, let's say, not everyone might like this game, but Elder Scrolls Online. It was plagued with so many issues, so many problems. Everyone hated it. And now the game is great. Yeah, it maybe took a year to do it, but this isn't a multiplayer game. This is a single player. This is for going back to the people who enjoy it. Yeah, you'll have some new people be like, "Oh, what is this?" The new people who haven't played Prince of Persia, this is like the beginning of Assassin's Creed. Like it's not the storyline beginning of Assassin's Creed, but this is where Assassin's Creed originated from, is Prince of Persia. And I do believe they actually have the original voice actor voicing him in the remake also.
Well,
So,
and I think originally Assassin's Creed was supposed to be a Prince of Persia game, and they
Yeah.
modified it and said, you know what, we could turn this into something better. Because I think they were feeling like at the time Prince of Persia was having some fatigue a little bit
Yeah.
in that series, so they're like, we got to refresh this, we got to do something new, and so that's kind of where Assassin's Creed just took off, and now we have Valhalla coming out, which is unbelievable. Talk about
No, yeah.
serious fatigue on something, but
At least they
but
have different storylines in a sense.
oh yeah, that's
Like,
true.
well,
And they're completely different games.
different mythologies now.
Odyssey was a great game. I honestly played the crap out of Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I thought that was really good, really well made, huge game,
Oh, yeah.
a lot of fun. Played some of the DLCs; those are fun too. But me personally, I'm super excited for this. I loved the Prince of Persia games. I was super sad when they kind of just stopped making them out of nowhere. I love the combat. I love the traversal. I was really pleased with actually the Prince of Persia reboot that they did in, I think it was 2008 on PS3, where it was just like it was a different type of Prince of Persia. Really like that. So I'm super hyped for this series. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that Ubisoft recognizes the love and care that other companies have put into remakes and are going to put that same love and care into this. And I'm actually extremely confident that it's going to be a good game.
And again, it's Ubisoft.
It is, and honestly,
Then again,
Ubisoft
it's
right now is in a
Ubisoft.
lot of hot water. A lot of their management's getting shaken up right now, but I don't think that's going to affect this game.
I mean, from
Like
what
I
know-
said, just patience.
Yeah.
A lot of companies are plagued with bugs and all that when the games first come out. It's patience. It's not like it's a multiplayer game, so
Yeah, it's true.
it's a single player game. If it's plagued with a bunch of bugs, come back a month later and see how it goes from there.
That's
So.
generally
Good
with
decision
most
making.
games. That's how it is today with most games. Just give it a month. Whenever they release a game to a mass audience, it's going to have its issues because they're not able to play test a game with millions of people. Only maybe a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 at most have had their hands on a copy of a game before it's actually released. So it's really
like
hard
consoles.
to figure that out. Yeah, it's hard to figure that out. So, any other last minute thoughts on this game before we move on? Anything anybody's excited for? No. Okay, so we're gonna move on to Ninja again. Ninja is back. Let's see. This comes from The Verge by Jacob Casticans. Yeah, sure. So we will post the article in chat. Ninja is back on Twitch for the moment, at least. Tyler Ninja Bevins started streaming Fortnite on his Twitch account Wednesday morning, nearly a year to the day after he left the service for an exclusive deal with Mixer. It's the first time that Blevins has been streaming on Twitch since leaving. With Mixer shutting down last month, Ninja has been released from his contract and is free to stream where he'd like. So far, it seems he's been testing the waters and showing streaming services that he's still capable of pulling in impressive numbers. His Twitch stream neared 100,000 viewers just 15 minutes after it went live. His debut stream on YouTube last month now has more than 4 million views. There's no indication that Blevins has an exclusive deal with Twitch or any other platform at this point after signing to Mixer. Ninja kicked off his contract battle as the biggest platforms compete to lock down the top streamers. With Mixer and Microsoft's big budgets out of the picture, it's not clear how that'll continue, but there's still huge competition in this space. YouTube and Facebook gaming have grown significantly over the past year, and with no place he is required to be, Blevin seems to be checking out his options. What do y'all think of this so far? What do you think of Ninja potentially returning back to Twitch? He's obviously testing the waters.
This article's a little outdated. Ninja has signed a contract with Twitch, a multi-year contract.
Okay, multi-year contract. Okay, we should have
multi-year
more.
contract.
Ninja did exactly what I really thought he was going to do. He branched out, and I was like, if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same thing coming back. Like, he did a stream on Twitch, he did a stream on YouTube, and now he's decided to go back to Twitch. I don't know what the reason is. You know, if it's just because Twitch, obviously is going to give him more money with the contract, with the multi-million dollar year. I don't even know if YouTube offered him a contract. If YouTube did, or anything like that, like, hey, if you come over to our platform, we'll give you X amount of money. But I don't know. He did exactly what I thought he was going to do by streaming on both platforms for a little bit. I wouldn't have even been surprised if he did a Facebook stream, but he branched out a little bit, see where he felt where he wanted to go, see what he wanted to do, and ultimately he picked Twitch. Now, it's his home, so I feel like he was a lot more comfortable going with the Twitch opt-in because that's where he grew, that's where he blew up, and that's where
he still has his channel there.
He still has his channel there. He doesn't have to kind of like go off on YouTube or something like that. And so, Dave.
Sorry, I just wanted to be like Ninja.
Thought you froze there for a second.
Okay. I was like, is he okay? Is he having a stroke?
I just want to be like Ninja for a second.
But I really thought that he was going to go back to Twitch. A lot of people were telling me after I said that, they were like, oh, but look how Twitch backstabbed him. Look how Twitch turned his back on him, and he completely backstabbed him and all that. I'm like, yeah, he did. It's true. They kind of did in a way, but like I said, this has been his home. This streaming platform has been his home for years. He's been streaming on this platform for years. So I didn't see him going. It'd just be weird to see that, see him go to YouTube.
I think if YouTube would have offered him more money, he would have gone though, for sure.
Probably.
Maybe.
I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now. Good on him for getting his money. I'm not gonna take anyone's money away from him. Good on them. But where is the outcry from? Because if another streamer did it, because in the beginning when he left Twitch, he cried and cried about how they're mistreating him, how much they hated Twitch and all that. And if another streamer did that, you know how much backlash they get from viewers saying, "Oh, what happened to this?" Blah blah, so forth, so on. It's kind of hypocritical for him to come back to Twitch after he bashed them so much. Good on him for getting his money. And what Subject Sin said in the chat, he just might as well go to celebrity status and just get off the platform and go somewhere smaller. I think me and Nerdy Jarhead were talking about this also. There would be so many people following him to that other smaller platform, but it's, in a sense, give, I guess, hashtag small streamers a chance on Twitch over here. Him coming back is making all the people who were just, obviously going to the other big time streamers or whatever, or just looking around, now are only going back to him. And he just, I honestly think he came back to Twitch because the money, because you can't really say that you're going to bash a platform and say how much they mistreated you and so forth, so on, and then come back to it after Mixer leaves. And he went to Mixer because of the money and because of how supposedly Twitch mistreated him.
I personally don't think that he's going to be taking away from smaller streamers as much as you think, because there's still so many big hitters on the platform that people are going to watch. I mean, like Tim the Tatman, people will go watch him, play Fall Guys, but like there's still a bunch of other people with a bunch of views playing Fall Guys. I actually think it might enhance some of the other smaller streamers, because people will see Tim, like someone, let's say Ninja or Tim the Tatman playing Fall Guys. And then they'll go and be like, oh, I want to watch more Fall Guys. Let's check out this guy who only has 10 views or only has 5 views, you know what I mean? And just kind of scroll through it. I think it helps draw people to the platform and actually gives more recognition to some of the smaller people in there because they're already on that platform. That's my own personal opinion, though. That could be, I mean, you could be right, too, where he's just taking away. I guess you could probably go back and forth on that forever. Go ahead, Lysiria.
If he keeps streaming for 12 hours at a time and everybody's tuning into him, yeah, I can see it hurting small streamer. But
okay,
when he's not streaming, what are the people that are viewing his stream going to be doing? They're going to go
getting off and waiting for him to stream again.
But would they be watching you anyways at that point?
Get off.
So
yeah.
one thing I did saw whenever whenever I was kind of like first getting into streaming and just kind of going around YouTube and looking at stats or not stats, but like strats to kind of engage with your community and all that. One of them was trying to network with other streamers. Of course you want to network with other streamers. And where I'm going with this is that
join Streamers Unite.
Join Streamers Unite. Yes. But where I'm kind of going with this is I've seen Ninja, because I'm not gonna lie, I was subscribed to Ninja because I watched his streams in high school back when Fortnite was starting to come up. I was subscribed to Ninja for about 8 to 9 months, and I unsubscribed because of just the direction he was going in, and also on top of that, I really didn't watch him anymore. But when I would see him raid somebody, like another Fortnite YouTuber or Twitch streamer, they would get this huge boost, and this happens with a lot of people. They get this huge boost in viewers, and then they stay for a little bit, and they have a really good stream, a really good average. How many of them are going to go back to his next stream, though? Because the thing about it is, most people, after they raid, they will go watch that. They will just basically sit there until either Ninja gets back on and starts streaming again, but very rarely, unless they have a serious connection, unless they see this new streamer and they have a very serious connection with them, they usually don't go back to their streams. Because I've seen the statistics. The dude showed on the YouTube video the statistics of, oh yeah, you had this really high boost in viewership, and then bam, right back to your average viewership for, you keep going. So as y'all were saying,
that exposure, but I mean, and I even see your exact point, because sometimes Underdog will have 30 plus 40 viewers in his stream. He'll come raid, say someone like me, like I'd say you regularly raid my stream, like
once a week.
At least once a week, yeah. So let's say I get hit up by Underdog with those 30-40 people. Within 10 to 15 minutes, I'm pretty much back down to my average. A lot of those people, they come in, they say hi, I get about 5-6 follows, and then boom, right back down to my average. But it still gives me that extra little bit of exposure, you know what I mean? But I think you actually nailed it with what you're saying there, Underdog, as far as that happens. It happens on a smaller scale.
It's because people are going to watch Ninja, and although I don't feel like it's taking away from a lot of smaller streamers, people are going to watch Ninja, whether, like, I've had people in my stream, they'll be watching me because I'm like their second or third favorite channel, and then as soon as somebody comes on, oh, whatchamacallit's on, I gotta go. And they'll leave. And I have no problem with that. You're going to watch who you want to watch. I cannot force you to watch me. I cannot force you to watch somebody else. It's just, you're going to watch who you want to watch. And if you want to watch Ninja, go right ahead. That's up to you. But people have gone in and they'll be like, oh, somebody's streaming, I gotta go, or they will raid somebody and they'll
Mhm.
watch it for like 10-15 minutes and then they'll
Yep.
leave because they are attached to that streamer that rated them or rated
Exactly.
that rated instead of being attached to the new streamer
Sure.
that because that's just
Yep.
the way it is. So Ninja coming back to the platform, I don't feel like it's going to take away from too many small streamers, but I do feel like he's going to get I mean, it's happened. He averaged what, like 50. I went back to him a couple days ago. 50,000 average viewers. Like that's just he's taking, yes, a huge chunk. He's back at the top like he
Yeah.
usually is. But that's just the
It's
way
true.
I don't. That's just the way it is. It's Ninja. He's a
Yeah.
brand. He's not necessarily a streamer anymore. He is a brand. Ninja
very
is
good
a
point.
brand. So
By the way, congratulations to No Fins again for winning that gifted tier 1 sub from Streamers Community Unite. That's awesome. And also a quick reminder, since we're here, type in that exclamation point ticket, get put in for that drawing for the gift card. So we're gonna take this we're gonna move on, I think, from this topic to G1 Summit. We're just gonna roll right into that from the Ninja, because I think there's a reason I brought up this article, because I wanted to have a chat about toxicity and negativeness, because I think as Twitch streamers we're seeing this a lot. So, and I think this is a great way to kind of roll into this. This is an article from Dextro. It is Connor Bennett is the author, and so let's just get started. Twitch star Jared Summit G1 Lazard, or Lazar, how do you say that? Jared Summit G1 Lazar hit out his chat for being a little too negative as he conducts a sponsored segment for the new Marvel's Avengers game. As one of the Twitch's biggest variety streamers, Summit can regularly be seen dipping his toe in a wide range of games, but it's sometimes as fun as Sea of Thieves, dramatic as GTA, or intense as Escape from Turvog. The leader in G1 plays the leader of the G1G plays everything. Sometimes that even includes sprinkling in a game that is his fans might not expect him to play because he's conducting a sponsored stream or he's fiving an early review. Okay, I think they messed that up. Sometimes with these articles, they're just really not well written, so I apologize for this. For the most, his chat can be pretty understanding, but during the August 23rd stream, someone had to lay down the law as he picked out repeated examples of negativity. Lazard had spent a few hours playing the beta for the new Marvel's Avengers game, but he was wrapping up and he noticed his chat had turned a little more toxic than normal. We're going to have to change the whole vibe we got going on in this channel for sponsored segments, Summit started. I'm not a fan of how the chat rolls through some of these content and the comments that go down. Warning his chat about the use of subs only mode, he continued, like, you think every single game I play that you're going to like? That's not a possibility. Trust me. There are games in life that I like and you don't. Instead of being negative Nancy, go do your thing or suck it up. Well, suck it the F up. Summit further laid down the law by pointing out that he could, if he wanted to, just start handing out bans for negativity, even though some viewers might see that as pretty extreme step. Come on, boys. I don't like to see it, he added. We be negative. Why you guys got to be such negative a-holes? I can't be negative if the game is Essie on my soul or something like that. But I'm not going in someone else's Twitch chat and being negative for no reason. He kind of just continues on. It's pretty sad to see how negative the chat gets when we're going to a sponsored segment, Summit says. It looks really, really bad on me and my community that we've built. It makes us look bad. You understand that. While the vibe of the channel is usually chill, Summit has begun to speak up more about the negativity in his chat, earlier noting that it pushed him away from playing Elder Scrolls Online. Whether or not his viewers will heed his warning and turn things around, though, very much remains to be seen. So, what do you guys think about? Do any of you guys see any negativity in your streams? What do you do to go about combating that? Do you think he's right that, like, hey, we have these sponsored streams, like, you guys are making me look bad to these sponsors? Like, do you think that's a problem with his viewership, or do you think that's a personal problem for him and maybe he should be playing something else? Why don't we start with Demonic on this one?
I do I get any toxicity in my chat? I do not. But you're also looking at someone who gets thousands of viewers at a time. But granted, you are going to get toxic people in there. And I agree on what he did. Call out your viewers who are toxic. Call them out. If you have to, go to sub-only mode. Yeah, you might lose a few people, but they're going to come back once you change it back. But it's play what you want to play. No one's going to like the game. Not everyone's going to like the game you're playing. So I totally agree on what he did. Call them out. Um, do what you have to do, and especially being a sponsored stream, it's horrible looking on him and the people who are saying it, but just mainly him and his followers. So, but I agree. Do what you got to do to combat that negativity, but you can't combat it completely having thousands of followers.
Do you think? Go ahead, underdog.
I mean, just the size of Summit 1G, it's gonna be toxic. You know, that's just naturally happens, but it's taking a toll on him. You know, I've been a fan of Summit 1G ever since he played competitive CS:GO. I have been a huge fan of Summit 1G, but it's just very sad to kind of see it taking a toll on him because, you know, his streams are very chill. I'm in there, you know, quite often actually. I do watch his streams whenever usually I don't have anybody else to really watch. He's my go-to streamer, and for the most part everybody's in there chilling. But recently, you know, it's just been getting hit with a lot of toxicity because people aren't liking the whole sponsored vibe because, you know, he used to just do whatever he wanted to do, and that was play Sea of Thieves, play CSGO, and people liked that. But then he started doing more sponsored streams, and, you know, people started giving him hate for that. You know, like they're like every time it seems like he does a sponsored stream, people just want to be toxic, and that's why he went on stream saying, you know, there's a clip of him saying, I think I'm going to take a longer break than I plan on, or I'm going to I'm at 1G and underdog look alike.
No, dude, yeah, dude.
PK.
It's making me laugh.
I'm secretly his son. Y'all quit messing with my dad. Y'all quit messing with my dad, please.
I'm just saying, Summit, if you ever watch this podcast, go ahead and play ESO. I'll play ESO with you all day long. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. Who cares what your chat says?
But I think it's kind of sad that we as streamers have to be weary about what games we play. Even sometimes I think about that, like, oh man, I could play Dead by Daylight tonight, but I really want to play Ghost of Tsushima. But I know my views are going to be lower with Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, like, because people, your community should be there for you no matter what you're playing, and they should be able to look at a game and go, oh man, this is fun. But that's just not the reality of what all your people are there for. You know what I mean? You're just gonna run into that, plain and simple. I can't tell you how many times I get someone in my stream going, oh, do you play Minecraft? Do you play Fortnite? And I'm like, no, I don't. And I don't because there's saturated games, and I don't tend to play saturated games. And honestly, like, I've never been into Minecraft. I've never really been into Fortnite. So I had everyone kind of dipped their toe in Fortnite. I dipped my toe in Fortnite.
And that's just the thing about Twitch is you have to think about the game that you're gonna play, because once you start getting a community, like I based my community around Minecraft. At first it was Roblox, but I couldn't stand that game anymore, and it got really toxic. My chat was getting toxic, and that's why I feel for Summit 1G, because whenever I started playing Roblox and it started building up in my community, and my community started liking it, the chat just started getting more toxic, and you know, people coming in and just saying some stuff. There was a dude that, and I understand the toxicity. We all have toxicity. There was a dude that came in and just said, made an account. I mean, I didn't even know the dude. Made an account that said the Underdogs 115 is an idiot, and then just started spamming stuff in my chat. And I'm like, I was just thinking in my head, like, who takes the time to do all that? To go in, make an account, and just do it just so they can spam for 5 seconds and they get banned by my mods. You know, people come in there and they say, people will come in there and they say, you know, F you for no reason. You know, and it's just like that. And that's just you just have that on Twitch. People who don't care, people who just want to go into a stream and just for the only reason to get banned. That's it. They just want to go in there just to get banned real quick because it gives them a little laugh. You know, I don't understand that. But
I
I
completely
got
agree
that.
with.
Oh, go ahead. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Why don't you get your word in here?
In all honesty, the way I've found is best is just ignore them. If you don't pay them any attention, they will just realize that you're not biting, and then they never come back. Just
exactly.
Yeah, I think, but also you want
I
to
mean,
address
when
that with
you're
your
at
community
Summit's
because you
level-
don't want your community to just think that you can just say whatever you want in your chat. You know what I mean?
And,
But at,
and
even at Summit's
that's when you
level,
start
and
adding.
even as a
I mean,
small streamer, what let's like looking at the chat. What Leo Ruler said, I'd completely agree. Who cares? You're the one streaming. You should love it, not conform to others' preferences. It's your games. It's your stream. Do what you want to do and play what you want to play. Obviously, yeah, you're trying to look for the viewership, but in the end, you're streaming for fun, not trying to go after that paycheck.
But it still
I,
kind of hits you in the back of your head sometimes,
Yeah,
especially when
I-
I'm trying
Yeah.
to pick a game to stream. It
I
does.
want to
Go
use
ahead,
an
Untuck.
example. I want to use the example. Dave, you came right into my. You started watching me right whenever I was at the end of streaming, only Rainbow Six, and you saw how
Yeah.
kind of beat up and burnt out I was at Rainbow Six. But I
Yeah.
built my community from Rainbow Six, but I just couldn't play anymore. I was so burnt out. I wasn't having fun anymore.
Yep.
And so I took like a couple days off, and I just was like, I tweeted out and I told people, I was like, I'm gonna, in my Discord, I was like, I'm gonna play a different game. I'm gonna go around playing a couple different games because I just do not enjoy Rainbow Six anymore. I'm just so burnt out about the game. And that's when I started streaming Apex Legends. That's when I was doing scary games just to kind of test out the waters and
Mhm.
see what other games that I liked and that I wanted to start streaming. And that's just what it was. You know, I did see a dip in viewership, and not many people that watch my Rainbow Six streams come back because I just play a whole different game.
Yeah.
And that's whenever I kind of landed on Roblox and Minecraft, because those two games are very fun to play. They're very relaxing. Well, I don't really play Roblox anymore
Yeah.
because I realized how toxic the community was. But Minecraft is such an amazing game to play because it's very relaxing. I can play for 8 hours and not feel drained because I'm getting completely, demolished. So
Yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't have to conform. If you don't like it, don't play it. Just as
Yeah.
simple as that. If you're not liking it anymore, don't play it. You will have your viewers come. If your viewers care about you enough, they will watch you play anything.
Yeah.
If your
Absolutely.
viewers care about you, I have plenty of viewers that came over from me playing just Roblox to Minecraft
Yeah.
because they care about me.
They enjoy
Because they
you,
care.
yeah.
They enjoy me for me being a streamer, not because of the game I'm playing.
And
But
those are your real followers.
those
right?
are the realest
Yeah.
ones right there. The people that come in day in, day out, no matter what
Yeah.
game I play. And
Yeah,
that's just
absolutely.
the way it is, And
Yeah.
so
So
I feel bad for someone 1G because of all the toxicity, but that's it's right. Just ignore him and don't pay him any attention because
on.
if you call him out, that's the way it is.
It becomes
I
news
think-
apparently.
uh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, but at Summit 1G's size, I think he needs to call him out and straight up say,
Yeah,
gonna
that's
start
true too.
like,
Yeah.
but when you're down at like 50 viewers or less, if you just ignore them, they're just going to realize, there's
Yeah.
they're not taking the bait.
Absolutely.
This is no fun.
Absolutely.
Or one of your
All right.
mods would just ban them. Either one.
Yeah.
And-
Yeah.
and
Just your boss can look
underdogs?
over too.
Underdogs, where were you last podcast when I said Minecraft was a relaxing game and then everyone started yelling at me? Have you ever had a creeper blow up behind you or anything?
I was
Yeah,
around.
that's
for that one.
that's
when we were
terrifying.
all playing Among
That's
Us, weren't we?
terrifying.
But they come up behind you and just, you're like, oh crap, trying to run out of the way really quick.
Ah! Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
all right, guys, we're gonna move on to our final topic here. We added this today last minute. Normally we do 5 topics, but we figured that this was pretty much a big enough deal.
Oh,
But whoa,
sorry.
yeah, okay. I'm like, wait, what was that?
Somebody got their
I've-
soundboard.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hartman's joining the stream. That's why it's so
Yeah.
funny. So we decided to add this last minute just because it is big news. It's really big news, and it came today, and we try to be as up to the minute with news as we possibly can. Obviously, with that article from August 5th. But anyways, yeah, right. So I'm gonna start off. This is from The Verge. It is from today. Facebook Gaming will now allow partnered streamers to play copyright music. Today, Facebook Gaming is set to allow its partner streamers to play copyrighted popular music in the background of their live streams, which means they're seemingly solved the copyright problem that's plagued live streaming and basically the entire internet since the beginning. In a press release, a spokesperson for this Facebook Gaming put it like this. So how it works, music played during the gaming broadcast must be background element, not be primary focus of the stream. For example, a streamer's voice and or gameplay audio should be in the foreground. This also applies to clips made for live streams and the VOD versions of live streams, but does not extend to separately edited and uploaded VOD content. To be clear, the licenses Facebook has apparently negotiated to do include every track, does not include every track. Some mysteriously are restricted. If streamers try to play those, they'll get a pop-up notifying them that the track they're playing isn't actually licensed for use on Facebook Gaming. It's also not clear which tracks are restricted, which means you can't say for certain which tracks aren't. Facebook says the games will eventually roll out to all of its streamers, so they're just basically beta testing it. Still, though, this is huge, especially, I should note, because it's happening immediately after a flurry of DMCA takedowns notice hit Twitch streamers in early June. This isn't even to mention the compensations and numerous collapses of Twitch Sings, the popular karaoke program, which is completely quietly announced would go away in June 1st, which we talked about that last week. If you want to hear more about that discussion, go watch last week's podcast. For Facebook, however, I suspect that this program is only the beginning. So this is huge news, especially to most of us, because right now, even in our Discord, once those DMCAs started getting handed out in the Discord, we actually made a separate channel for music. Here's music you can listen to. But for me personally, I never looked at the DMCAs as a negative. I looked at it as a positive of people going out and finding music they can play, going to SoundCloud, going to sources on YouTube on music that people go, hey, feel free to use my music. Like, this is non-copyrighted. We are not with the big guys. You can use it. And it actually turned me on to quite a few new artists and quite a few new people who are out there doing putting their music out there because they love music, not because they want a paycheck. You know what I mean? And so I've always, even if, let's say, Twitch does do something, I would be totally down to keep listening to DMCA free music because I just think that I like to support the smaller people. I like to support the fact that they're out there grinding every day, doing what they do. And then I also try and, expose their music to other people as well. You know what I mean? But that's just me personally. Go ahead. Why don't we start with Lasiri out on this one?
I agree, but part of the problem I have with that is you actually have to really dig in and check that it's truly copyright free and you have the right to stream it. Because you see so many things that say, oh, this is copyright free. And if I see people upload stuff to YouTube all the time, copyright free. But if you actually dig in, somebody owns the copyright.
Yeah.
Like if you look at like the tags
for sure.
YouTube specifically places in, it's going to be like, oh, this studio owns this. And it's just like, well, that's not copyright free. I'm going to get in trouble. Like, I trust Harris Hellers because that's all stuff he's produced or paid to produce. And you got a few others out there. I can't think of them off the top of my head right now, but
I feel that.
Like this is a game changer because now you just basically don't have to worry about it because either Facebook is going to be like, oh, hey, we don't have a right to this song because it says that it'll basically pop up, or it'll just let you go and you don't have to worry. So it makes things a lot.
Do you think this is going to draw more streamers to that platform for that reason that they can go, hey, like I can listen to the music I want to on Facebook. Let's go.
Nah, I don't think
personally,
so. I don't think so.
I actually am a fan of this because I dual stream. I don't know if you guys knew this. I do have a Facebook account that I stream on as well. And I do get views. I do get viewership on there. I don't really have much of a community yet, but I have it there just in case someone's trolling on there, going around vibing on Facebook. Like, oh, here's David. He popped up. Let's go watch him for a while. And so it's one of those things that I'm excited about because like every other stream I have, it pops up and goes, oh, your audio has been muted due to da-da-da-da-da on my past videos. And I'm just like, oh, great. So I'm hoping once they release out to everyone, I will not have to worry about that problem at all, especially because the copyright extends to video games as well. So like when I was playing Burnout Paradise for a short amount of time, every single song every time it'd go on Facebook, it'd be like, oh, okay, your audio's muted because, you don't have the rights to be playing this song. And so that is the most annoying thing ever. And especially like it solves a problem for people who play things like Just Dance or Just Sing. You know what I mean? Those people have been getting so hard because of these DMCA's because they don't have licenses to play those songs. And so this would actually give them a platform to go on and actually be able to do what they like doing. So I don't know. That might be a jump off point. Why don't you go ahead, Underdog, and tell me.
So I think that it's not really going to necessarily draw a ton of streamers over there. Some people I feel like are going to be more persuaded to be like that, especially that they're first starting out and they're trying to find a platform because everybody always when now that there's so many streaming platforms, you have a choice. Usually it used to just be like, oh, if I'm going to live stream, I'm going to do it on Twitch. But now that there's plenty of platforms out there to go start streaming on. So this is going to be, I feel like it's going to persuade the people who are first starting out, who are trying to get a streaming setup going, who are thinking about starting streaming, and now that they see this news and they don't have to worry about their VOD being completely muted because they had some background music in the game. Like when I played Madden, back when I used to play Madden, all my VODs were always muted because if I was inside the menu and they were playing all that copyrighted music, most of my VOD was just completely muted unless I was in game, But even then, it messes you up a lot, and so I feel like it's going to persuade a little bit more people who are just starting to come out or who are just starting to come out to streaming and or just starting out to go to Facebook and try out Facebook. But in terms of people who are already established on a certain streaming platform, I doubt they're going to switch because of this. I doubt they're going to take their whole community over there.
Demonic?
Well, I mean,
go ahead. Let's hear it.
Do you think YouTube or Twitch will try to do something similar?
Well, actually, we had a short discussion about this beforehand. I think that this might be an exclusivity thing. I'm not positive on that, but they could have locked down some of these rights. I'm sure Facebook and Twitch are scrambling to be like, what the hell did Facebook do to make this a possibility? How can we emulate that? But hopefully Facebook didn't lock into their agreements with these companies like, well, you can't do this with Twitch or YouTube because this is an exclusive things with us. This is a benefit we want to bring streamers into us as part of their initiative to get streamers on Facebook. This is just like their whole move to buy Mixer. This is just like that. It is something that they're trying to emphasize on their platform that, hey, you can come to Facebook, you can watch the streamers you like to watch, you can watch, now you can have your streamers with the music they want to listen to. It's just their continued push to try and beat out Twitch and YouTube. So I would not be surprised at all if this was a exclusive type of move. Demonic?
I personally, I agree with you. I think it was a exclusive move. They have the money to make it exclusive. They didn't buy all the rights to every freaking song or whatever. Make it where you can play every song on here. Is in the aspect of, is it going to have see a surge of people move to Facebook gaming? I don't think the people who are already established on Twitch or the people who already have a few followers on Twitch or YouTube aren't going to move to Facebook gaming. I think this is Facebook gaming way to entice people to move to them. But the new streamers coming up, I do believe they'll go to Facebook gaming.
By the way, everyone, real quick, I'm going to cut you off there. I'm so sorry. Yep. Last chance to put in ! ticket if you want in for the drawing for the $25 gift card. Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off there. Go ahead.
I wish Twitch would do something like this. And it's nice that Facebook gaming even pops up why your videos were muted, that a song's not copyrighted and stuff like that. Well, the song is copyrighted and you can't play it. Your stream will be muted. Twitch just leaves you blank. They're like, oh, your video is muted. Even if you didn't play music, you're like, why is my video muted? They don't tell you if a song's copyrighted or not. You're left to search it up yourself. Obviously, you know that the big name artists, most of the time, it's copyrighted. And you can go to Harris Heller and all that and get those type of things. But I think Twitch should do something like Facebook did. They have a lot more money than Facebook. And, I can't say they do not have a lot more money than Facebook. Sorry. Facebook has the more money.
Yeah, they definitely do.
I think Twitch should put some money out there. And if not just a few labels, like, give us something, compete with it. So I want to see what Twitch will do.
I mean, I still think that there is music. I mean, there's plenty of options, especially if you're established. Like that's why I don't think that this is like a whole whoa. It didn't blow me away. you know, because there is still music out there. Like I use the Rocket League playlist like on Spotify. None of that is copyrighted because everything Monster Cat is is a G. I'm not gonna lie, Monster Cat is really dope because they don't copyright you if you use their music. And so I use the Rocket League music because that's all Monster Cat, and I'll just sit there and I have 7 hours of just music I can just play, and that's great because that provides my whole stream. Unless I'm doing like an 8-hour stream, but that's kind of rare, and so it provides my entire stream with music and everything, uncopyrighted, unmuted. You know, I'm not going to get. So there's plenty of options out there you can go with in order to make sure that your streams will not be copyrighted and stuff like that.
So I hope Twitch is listening because here's the solution. What you need is a way so that the streamer is not broadcasting the song through their stream, but is actually saying their computer says, "Hey, I'm listening to this song," and then whoever's on their stream can also play that song at the exact same time. So like the watch parties, the Amazon Prime watch parties, they broadcast that because both people have Twitch Prime, right? Not Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime. And it doesn't broadcast it. He's not broadcasting it directly. It's Amazon broadcasting it to people with Prime. So imagine if they did something similar with Spotify. So it's a Spotify extension that you're not broadcasting it through your audio setup. It's just, oh, the streamer's currently listening to this, so it starts playing it through your own Spotify account.
I think you can do that now. Just don't make it where your
and I
music
think
goes through
Ichabod
the
was
stream.
asking if they had they do have an extension that does. I don't know if it does that exact thing, but they do have an extension for Twitch, and I'm wondering if it works that way.
Why not? Yeah.
Because if you're not, as long as you are not broadcasting the audio through your stream, you're fine. If you have a way to make it play the same song you're listening to.
Some people like that for the VODs though as well, and that's part of the problem that you'll come.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, why not just partner up with Spotify and then make an extension that allows you to just play music?
If you own Spotify.
If you have Spotify, it just allows you to play music.
Doesn't Amazon have their own music store that you can subscribe to? They don't even need to go with Spotify. They have their own music library that if you are Twitch, I'm pretty sure if you're Amazon Plus, Prime member, you have access to that playlist. So why don't they just do that with that?
That's something new. I never even knew that.
True. As well.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, it's getting a little late. I think it's time. It's that time. Is everyone super excited? Who wants a $25 gift card of their choice? Because I know I can't win it, because someone else has to.
I can't win it either.
So, bro, here
Crispy's bringing it up right now. We only had 14 people. Is that right, Crispy? We only had 14 people put exclamation mark ticket. Okay, hold on. We're going to wait 1 minute to do this, okay? Right now is your last chance. Put exclamation mark ticket in the stream right now and get signed up for that, because we want more people in there so we can roll this. Okay, we got 15. Let's go, people. Come on. Let's go. Then put no fins. Did you do exclamation point ticket?
I think I saw him do it earlier.
Okay,
yeah.
Perfect. We just got Ichabod in there. Let's go. I just won Among Us. Tell you what, no fins. If you don't win it, come talk to me after the stream.
Yeah. Sorry. No mods. No mods.
No mods. No mods.
Take out the mods. Take out the mods.
Come on, Wolf. What are you thinking? What? Caesar's like, what? Yeah.
It's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, we'll just any more. Okay, I'm gonna give you 30 more, or I'm gonna give you 20 more seconds, and then he's gonna roll it. Come on, guys, let's go. Put in that exclamation point ticket. Let's go. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
23, 47, 8,
1. Go. Let's roll it. No fins again.
No
Actually,
fins
Hey.
again.
Hey, no
What?
fins. You can buy this. You can buy
let's
Among Us
No
go.
now.
fins.
You
What
can-
the
No
heck?
fins. You can buy Among Us.
He
Go
got. He
ahead.
won the
Go.
sub and
Do
he
you
won
want?
the.
Do you want me to just send you a stream card, Fins? I will do that.
No way. I call hacks.
Fins, answer me in the chat. Do you want me to send you a stream card? A Steam card. I'm sorry, for 25. Steam card. Okay, perfect. We'll send that. I'm gonna keep an eye on your like your Twitch. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna DM it to you over the Discord. No Fins. So go ahead and just keep an eye on your Discord DMs and we'll get that over to you. Okay. So hey everyone, that was our show. We have just completed episode 6 of the official Streamers Unite podcast. I want to thank Crispy. I want to thank Lasiriad, our newbie. Good job today, Lasiriad. I really you did a good job today. You added to the conversation. I really appreciate you. Demonic, great job. You still are wrong about hot dog condiments. And Underdog, thank you so much as always for being here. You are an amazing asset to the stream. We appreciate you every week you're here. One thing I want to mention next week is I am potentially going to be absent from the stream, but I will not be hosting the stream next week.
No. No.
I know, right? Cry right now because you're going to be stuck with the jar.
Oh.
Are
you okay, Dave? Are you okay?
I'm currently having a seizure on stream. I can't do it. You're going to be having our favorite head in a jar, Nerdy Jarhead, coming up and doing hosting duties because we realize as a stream that I'm not going to be able to be here every single week. So whether I'm here or not next week, Nerdy Jarhead is going to be driving this bus. So show up for that. If anything, it'll be great entertainment. Yeah, that'll be great. So look forward to that, seeing Nerdy Jarhead and possibly not seeing me. So if I'm the reason you're staying away from this stream, come join us next week. You just watched the Streamers Unite official podcast. We're here each and every week to discuss the latest gaming and streaming news. I just want to sincerely thank you all for being here. I also want to thank Motley the Clown, who is one of our biggest advocates, producers, owner of the Discord. I want to greatly thank you so much for making this a reality. Crispy for being here with us, running the show live. We just really appreciate you so much. And Mystic Donkey holding down that chat, putting up all the links, making sure that we're crediting the people who write the great articles we read. I just want to thank all y'all for being here. And thank you so much for everyone. And happy streaming, everybody. And then we are rating Flashover 109. So stick around, hang out, show them the love. Show them that love, man. Let's go.
Big brain.